And welcome back, my YouTube faithful. It is yet another hot, sunny post-work vlog here with your favorite auto vlogger? Maybe? I doubt it. But anyways, I'm trying here. I want to bring you up to date on a couple of things. It's been a few days since I've done a vlog. So, as you can see, it's top up weather, very, very warm. And I have the tint on my windows now. I actually did that myself. It was an interesting process. I learned a lot of things, and I actually think I did a pretty good job considering it's the first time I've ever actually done tint. A couple little ripples here or there. And I didn't realize that once you put it on, you actually have to let the liquid that you use to spray on, you have to let it basically dry for a couple days before you do anything with it, because it will bubble up. It will show little bubbles, but as long as it's liquid and not air, they go away. They do eventually go away, and it adheres really well. I think it looks pretty good. I went with a 20% tint instead of a 35% tint. Where I work, I have to park in a parking lot that's just out in the middle of the sun. It's really hot, even in the winter time. You know, it could be 5 degrees outside. I get in the car, it's 45 degrees because it's right on, you know, in the middle of pavement, so it just gets hot. That's the only reason I did it. Obviously, it's a warm day today. I got the top up. It's holding in the AC great. I'll update you on that soon. But if you'd like to take a look at the process of doing the tint, it's going to come up here in a second, and it's kind of ridiculous because I got very upset. It was not fun. I thought I was going to have to go buy more tint, but I did get it to work eventually, and I ended up turning the camera off because I got not so happy, and that is what it looked like. Well, good afternoon, YouTube. I just got up from a nap. I'm still a little tired, but today we are going to do another wonderful instructional video. I kind of like doing these, to be honest with you. If you can see here, we are going to attempt to put some tint on my windows. Okay, 20%. I didn't want to go any darker because I didn't want to be harassed by police. Or simply having dark windows, even though that's a victimless crime, and it's not really a crime, obviously. So, I'm going to put this on my car. I, of course, did the old YouTube University and watched several different people do it several different ways, and I think I've probably found the better way to do it. So, I'm going to chronicle this today. First, I'm going to clean the windows with this glass cleaner here. Works really, really well in the house, and as well as windshield and stuff like that. Ammonia free, streakless. You spray it on, wipe it down. This kit here comes with razor blade, a lint free cloth, which I probably won't use, piece of grass, and this professional grade squeegee, I guess is what they want to call it. So you can get down this little point here, so you can get down into the window. I'm going to use that. Obviously the tint itself, this is only supposed to do 2 windows, but obviously depending on how I cut it, I could do both windows and the rear window, and hopefully it should work. Anyways, part of the kit came with this window film application solution. From what I understand, you can also use water with just a little bit of baby soap in it. Really all you need is a little bit of suds to make it work, but this seemed to be the easiest and quickest thing to do. Plus it came with a cool squeegee, and I needed one of those for this anyways. So all this came in this box, or this package. So we'll see how this goes. Probably be a lot of trial and error, but you gotta learn somehow, right? And if I do this right, just another instructional video for people out there, specifically for S2000s, obviously. And he's going to help me out, which means he's going to make a lot of noise. Let's go. Hydration. So I turn the camera on, and I don't hear my kid, my little boy. So I go back in the house, and what is he doing? He's in the downstairs bathroom filling up water guns. He's 3.5. I love him. Okay. Let's clean this thing off. Yeah. A lot of overkill when I do this kind of stuff, so bear with me. Bear with me. Obviously, with tint, you don't want to have any kind of lint balls or dirt or grease or anything like that on the window. I know everybody's seen it when you go down the road, and some people have tint and it's all bubbled up and looks terrible. Well, I don't want that, obviously. So this is what I'm going to do: get it nice and clean. Cloths here. Now, I clean my windows every time I wash my car, and I just washed my car last night. So that's, a lot of that's probably just from the edge of the window there, but so you can see there's some kind of contaminants all the time. Alright. Get all the grease off anyway. It's really good for cutting grease. Alright, so this stuff comes in a big roll. This is the kind you actually have to peel the plastic off to get it to stick. So I'm going to shove that there for now. It's Gila. I got it at the local auto parts store. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. Pretty cheap too. I think the whole thing was 22, 23 bucks for this and the kit. And of course I don't have fingernails, so I've got to kind of nub at this thing. So I need to know which side has the clear film on it. I'm hoping it is the outer side. Okay, yes, it has been confirmed the outer edge of the roll has the plastic film on it. So, this is what you do. Now I'm hoping, probably won't work. Okay, so I've got to go horizontally with this. Lay this out. Always want to give yourself a little bit extra on every edge. Oh Lord, it's got a big thing of instructions on it. Let's throw those away. Don't need that, right? Okay. So, trying something that doesn't work, buddy. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm done with the side windows. I'm not going to do the back At least not yet, because it's very hot. Lots of trash. There's a lot of yelling. That's why you didn't see the rest of the process. Definitely not perfect, but I guess it'll be good enough for what I need. There's a lot of bubbles coming up all of a sudden. We'll see how it looks later, I guess. Do it yourself is a relative term with this stuff. So, screw it. I just want it to keep the sun out. I got a sunshade for the front of the car. But at work I park in a big open parking lot, so it's just sun beating down on it all the time. I wanted something to try to block a little bit of the light from coming in. Because most of the time the windows are down anyway, so you don't even know. But when I'm at work, they're up. And you can kind of see just how dark it is. Looks alright. I had to move the mirrors back just to get to everything. But we'll see what it looks like once it kind of dries and everything. Hopefully the air bubbles that are in there come out a little bit. You can squeegee everything out and then 30 seconds later there's more. I don't really understand how that works. I had to use my wife's hair dryer, get everything nice and hot and pliable. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. I mean, first attempt, you know, first attempt. And it's hot. Next time. It was a difficult process. If I did it again, which I would do it again. It wasn't terrible now. There are certain things I would do. I would make sure that it was tucked a little bit more under the inside of the window here, just to make sure it wouldn't get caught by the weather stripping on the inside of the window. But other than that, I think I did a pretty good job. What you just saw was me just getting upset because, like I say always, there's a learning curve. So, on top of that, like I said, the only reason I did that was because heat. You know, I'm trying to keep this car from dry rotting and cracking. There's no problems right now. The interior still looks just fine. The seats had normal wear just from me sitting in it for 90,000 miles. But other than that, dashboard still looks perfect. Everything still looks perfect. Nothing's faded in it, nothing like that. I did notice today the gear shift, or the gear knob, which is just a red weighted anodized aluminum looking thing I got off of Amazon for $11, was not as hot as it normally is. Normally I'll get it, even with the sunshade that I put up. I always put a sunshade up, but even with the sunshade up, normally it would get really, really hot. But with the windows tinted, it was not too hot to touch today. It was warm, obviously, but it wasn't unbearable. So that actually helped a little bit, which makes me think maybe the tint is helping some anyways. I did not do the rear window. You could probably see that behind me. I don't really have a point to do the rear window. I can see out of it fine, and it doesn't let a whole lot of sunlight in because it's only, you know, this big. Now, could I eventually? Yeah, but like I said, there's really not a big point. I just wanted these big windows on the side here to be blacked out. Normally the windows are down anyways. Even in the winter time, I've pretty much got my driver's side window down because I'm hot-natured and I don't like to sweat when I'm trying to relax. When I'm at work, I'll sweat all day long, no problem, but I'm busy, I'm doing things, I'm okay with that. When I'm in the car trying to go home with the AC on, I don't want to sweat, I want to dry off, I want to cool down. An update on the air conditioning. I've noticed that if I keep the fan on low, it stays cold. Which makes me think that if it's so hot outside that the air coming in is just washing out all the cold from the air conditioner in the first place. Now there's only 3 vents in this car, so the air conditioner is only so big, it's only going to put out so much cold air. So I've noticed, really just today, right before I did this, was if I keep the fan on low, like 2 or 3 notches, and if you have an S2000, you know what I mean. Normally I keep it on 4, but 2 or 3 notches, it never goes out, it never cuts off. It just constantly blows cold air, and it actually feels better than it does when it's trying to blow full on your face. So I have a feeling it just has to do with so much hot air coming in because it's 95 degrees out that it's just washing out a lot of the cold air that's coming through the air conditioner, I guess coils or whatever you want to call it. So that's good. I'm happy to see this. I'm happy to experience that because it makes me think that the AC system's fine. Like I said, it was charging okay, or it is charged fine. The right pressure, the clutch is kicking on and off like it should. No problem there. So this is a good development here. I'm glad I realized this. I've had it on 2 bars, 3 bars the entire ride. Hadn't had a problem since. Been blowing cold. Feels great. No problem. So that's another update. I want to do, if I could do it this weekend, I got the in-laws coming in, so I should be able to kind of step away and work on the car a little bit. I want to do the transmission fluid and the differential fluid. Done it probably half a dozen times already. I like to do it every year. You really should do it every year or every 15,000 miles in an S2000, especially the AP1 with the older style differential. Obviously the transmissions are basically bulletproof in these as long as you keep the transmission fluid changed. Like I said, I do both every year, training and diff. I did get the Honda MTF the other day, and I got the Royal Purple 75W90 differential fluid, which I will do both, and I'll put them both on the channel here in the next week sometime, because I have to do it over the weekend. Oh, other than that, it's been a pretty good day. So I am on my way home. I've got to help clean up the house because, like I said earlier, the in-laws are coming. I'm going to Swiffer the floor, clean that up, and try to get the kitchen cleaned up a little bit, the countertops and whatnot. We do a lot of cooking at home. We might eat out one night a week, and it's normally fast food or something like that just because it's convenient. But we really do like to cook as much food as possible. It saves money, it's healthier, it's just better for us overall. And as a result, the kitchen just gets a little dirty. So, oh my goodness, that guy just cut everybody off. What a douche. What a douche. Yeah. Anyway, I am heading home. I am feeling nice and cool. I am feeling good. Good day of work overall. And we will talk to you, meaning I will talk to you in the next video.